Imagine walking into a cafeteria. You see two lines. One has a sign that says, "Salad for $5." The other says, "Burger for $5.50. Most people would grab the burger. Now, what if the cafeteria subtly added a third option? Premium salad with dressing for $5.50. Suddenly, more people picked the salad option than before. Why? You weren't aware of it. But the cafeteria just nudged your decision. They didn't force you. They didn't threaten you. They just arranged your choices so the better option became easier to pick. This is the world of nudges, a concept pioneered by behavioral economist Richard Thaler and legal scholar Cass Sunstein. The book Nudge, Improving Decisions About Health, Wealth, and Happiness shows that our choices are never as free or rational as we think. Yet, small, invisible tweaks can make us healthier, wealthier, and happier, if designed well. Today, we'll explore the hidden forces that shape our decisions, the predictable biases that trip us up, and the clever experiments that reveal how human nature actually works. And along the way, we'll discover simple things you can do right now to take control of your own choices. Humans are predictably irrational. We like to think of ourselves as logical, rational beings, but decades of research say otherwise. Take defaults. In one study, organ donation rates skyrocketed in countries where people were automatically enrolled unless they opted out, compared to countries where people had to opt in. Humans often go with the default. We resist change. Not because we've thought deeply about it, but because change requires effort. A small tweak, the order of options, the default setting, can change behavior massively. This is a nudge. It doesn't force you. It doesn't remove freedom. It simply guides it. And the most fascinating part? Once you recognize these patterns, you can start designing your environment to nudge yourself toward better choices. Choice architecture: how small details matter. Imagine a cafeteria line again. Not only the menu, but the placement of food matters. Fruits at eye level sell better than candy at the same spot. This is called choice architecture. It's the invisible scaffolding that guides our decisions. Thaler and Sunstein discovered this principle works everywhere. Retirement savings. Automatically enrolling employees drastically increases participation. Healthy eating. Placing vegetables at the front of the line leads to more consumption. Energy use. Comparing your home energy consumption to neighbors encourages reduced usage. Small tweaks can produce big results, and the trick is that we often don't notice them. We just feel as though we chose naturally. Interactive moment for viewers. Think about your fridge, your desk, or your phone. What tiny nudge could you implement to improve your habits today? Comment below. It's fascinating to see how others do this in real life. The power of feedback. Feedback is one of the strongest nudges. Humans crave information about their behavior, yet we often get it too late or too abstract. In one study, families who received a weekly report showing their energy usage compared to neighbors reduced consumption by 2 to 4% without changing pricing. Just information. Similarly, apps like step counters or budgeting tools succeed because they provide instant, clear feedback. They make our invisible habits visible, nudging us toward better choices. Try a small experiment. Track one daily habit, your water intake, steps, or spending, and see how awareness nudges your behavior. Humans and money. Predictable biases. Money is a playground for human irrationality. Thaler explores mental accounting, a phenomenon where we treat money differently depending on its source or intended use. For example, If you receive a $100 gift card to a fancy store, you may splurge more than if you had $100 in cash. Why? Because it feels separate from your real money. Our brains create compartments for money that don't exist in reality. Another bias, loss aversion. Losing $100 hurts more than gaining $100 feels good. This explains why we overinsure, hoard stocks, or cling to investments that are losing value. Experiment for viewers. Notice your reactions this week. Are you more motivated to avoid small losses than to pursue small gains? Share your story. It's surprisingly revealing about your money behavior. Social influence. How others shape your choices. We like to think we act independently, but humans are highly influenced by social cues. Thaler calls this social nudging. For instance, hotel guests reuse towels more when they know 75% of others do the same. People pay taxes more honestly when they are told most neighbors already have. We are wired to follow patterns we see in others. That's why likes, shares, and reviews work so powerfully online. They're nudges designed to leverage social proof. Try this experiment. Notice today how social cues affect your decisions. What someone else does or says shifts your own behavior. Comment your findings. It's eye-opening to see how predictably human we all are. Choice overload. Why less is more. You might think more choices equal more freedom, but often more choices lead to decision paralysis. In a famous experiment, shoppers faced either 6 or 24 varieties of jam. While more people stopped to look at 24 options, far fewer bought anything. Too many choices made the decision harder, not easier. This is why menu simplification, minimalistic product lines, and curated experiences are effective nudges. They reduce cognitive overload and guide behavior efficiently. Interactive tip. Try simplifying a decision this week. Pick a smaller set of options for lunch, work tasks, or even entertainment. Notice how it changes your stress and satisfaction. Commitment devices. Pre-planning for success. Humans are terrible at long-term planning, but we can use our irrationality to our advantage through commitment devices. For example, prepaid gym memberships increase attendance. Automatic savings plans help build wealth without thinking. Pledges or agreements with friends keep habits on track. By constraining our future choices in a positive way, we align immediate behavior with long-term goals. Experiment for viewers. Pick one habit you want to improve. Pre-commit publicly, or automate a small step, even $5 a week. Watch how simple constraints nudge your behavior. The ethics of nudging. Not all nudges are benevolent. Thaler emphasizes libertarian paternalism, guiding choices without removing freedom. A cafeteria can nudge healthier eating. A government can nudge savings. But manipulative advertising or hidden fees exploit the same mechanisms unethically. Critical reflection. Recognize nudges around you. Some are helpful. Some are designed to profit at your expense. Awareness is your superpower. Real-life nudge experiments. Cafeteria layouts. Students ate more vegetables when placed in front. Retirement plans. Automatic enrollment increased participation from 30% to over 90%. Energy reports. Homes reduced electricity use by comparing with neighbors. Save more tomorrow. Employees commit to saving future salary increases, boosting savings effortlessly. These experiments aren't just abstract. They show the power of choice architecture in daily life. And the beauty? You can create personal nudges to improve your habits today. Key takeaways. How to nudge yourself. Defaults matter. Make good choices the easiest option. Feedback works. Track your habits to stay aware. Social proof influences. Surround yourself with the right cues. Simplified choices. Less really can be more. Commitment devices help. Lock in future behavior for long-term success. Small interventions, small nudges, small insights. Compounded over time, they dramatically improve life, health, and wealth. Think about your day-to-day choices. How often are they influenced by invisible forces, defaults, social cues, comparison traps? The power of nudge lies not just in understanding these forces, but in using them intentionally. Rearrange your environment. Automate good habits. Track behavior. Compare yourself to inspiring peers, not just anyone. Your irrationality isn't a flaw. It's a tool. Recognize it, harness it, and gently steer yourself toward better decisions. If one idea resonated today, test it immediately. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create small nudges that guide your behavior. Then share your experience in the comments. The community will benefit from your insights, and you'll notice patterns in your own choices that would otherwise go unseen. Remember, the first step toward smarter, happier, more fulfilling decisions isn't willpower. It's awareness. This was Nudge. Improving Decisions About Health, Wealth, and Happiness by Richard Thaler and Cass Sunstein. Brought to you by The Bookkeeper. Keep experimenting, keep observing, and keep improving. Your life is a series of small nudges. Make them count.